Hello everyone, welcome back to Satisfactory. The first thing that we will need to take care of in this episode is going to be this. So we will basically turn the raw SAM ore into these reanimated containers and feed any excess production into that smart sink over there. The next thing that we will need to tackle is the fine-tuning of our steel production with the help of our little slug friends. Basically, we will turn them into power shards and that will help us boost the production of these plates, so we will get the most out of it. But the main attraction is going to be this. A small little elevated highway going between the main base and our iron manufacturing facility. So let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. And we are back. Okay, so in the last episode, if you remember, we managed to set up a bit of a steel production. Let me just check how many power shards we have. We should have a couple. I thought I have already made at least a couple power shards, but maybe not. Okay. In that case, I suppose it's time to start sacrificing some of our power slugs. Now, I will only do the blue ones because I have been watching videos in the meantime and I have learned that later on we can boost the output of our crafting. So yeah, I will only sacrifice the lowest tier slugs for this one. So basically, since we have unlocked the crafting of these power shards, we can turn these power slugs into power shards. And we will use these. 4 should be... You know what? No. Maybe 6 is what we need. Let me check. So, what we are going to do is... Sorry? Oh, coal. Okay. Why are you picking up coal? There we go. What we are going to do is overclock these guys. Basically, right now we are doing 55 per minute. And that means that the input is also 45 per minute. And I will let this one to be 60. So what we are going to do is take these power shards, slot them in here, and that will allow us to overclock these machines. Now, if we put this all the way up to 150%, that will result in a 67.5 input output. Thankfully, there is a very, very good feature in the game. We can simply input the exact number that we want to have. So 60, that will result in a 133.33333%. But the important thing is that the actual input and output will be 60. So we will do this for the other machines. And thankfully, we can copy paste the settings and that will put in the required shards, put in the required percentages, and everything works as intended. Let's do the same for this one. So Control V and put everything back where they belong. Okay, let me see if I can quickly get rid of... There we go, and maybe in here. Okay, so no more raw iron. Well, speaking of the raw iron, yeah, I made a bit of a boo-boo in the last episode. Let's sort this one out real quick. And let's not speak of this ever again. As usual, tier 1 belts will be plenty good enough. Let's just go for straight belts on this. I will actually bring these down. Maybe from here. You know what? It's fine. We can do it like this. So straight, you as well, and you as well. So yeah, don't mention this to anyone, okay? It's going to be our little secret. Let me try to drop off some of these iron ores because I don't like carrying those around. Okay, now the steel. Yeah, I will put those into the machines and they will output them whenever they are able. And now we will do basically the same thing on these guys as well. So the input is 30, which means that we can have 2 power shards in this one, and we can double the overall production, and that will result in a, wait, 60, the output is, yeah, 60, okay. So this will be a 1-to-1 throughput basically. The output is still 40, so yeah, this is going to be fine. As for these, they are already 60 per minute, so we don't need to do anything on these guys. And now these machines are actually running as nature intended. Next, I have a big plan for this episode. Before we get to that, let's start on the next milestone. For this one, we will go for, well, I don't think we need blueprints at the moment. We can still do everything by piece, so that's going to be fine. Once things start ramping up, then we will definitely need to unlock this, but for now this will be alright. Advanced steel, maybe later, but not important right now. The important thing is logistics 3. I really want to have Mark 3 belts. Thankfully, we just need the enforced iron plates because the steel parts are already taken care of. Next, I will drop down some of the stuff that we are carrying that we don't need to carry around. The Mercer Sphere. Anything else? Everything else looks okay. I will also drop down everything, all the food except for the berries, because I think those will be just fine. Next, we will need a lot of concrete. And that might already tell you what I'm planning if you are at least somewhat familiar with the game. Also, why are you standing still? It should be 60 output. This should be running 24/7. Well, anyways, let me quickly pick up the rest of the concrete, which is right there. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, we don't need this much. Let me put everything in. I will take 2,000. Let's go for 3,000 concrete. That should be enough. And I think that is pretty much it. Yes, I think so. And before we get to the actual big part of the episode, I would like to take care of the, the SAM ore production. Right now we are only extracting the ore itself. I would like to turn those into the vacant ore and feed the excess into a a awesome sink. So for that one, we will need at least 1 constructor. And where is it? Special 1 awesome sink. And it seems we have everything. Okay, I will see you at the site. Okay, so we are on site. What we need to do is, so I believe the output of the miner is 60. Let's see what is the throughput of the actual constructor. So you will go right here. You will be fed from that one. So this one will produce the reanimated SAM. Input 120. So we could clock this one down, I suppose, or we could increase the production of the mine. You know what, for the sake of productivity, let's do that. How many plates do we have? 58 might not be enough. Let me see. To upgrade these elevators, where is it? Logistics, Mark II. We will need 20. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. Okay, for now, we will have a inefficient setup, but at some point I think we will overclock the mine. I don't really like using these slugs, if I'm completely honest. I prefer, because basically they are a finite resource and I don't want to rely on them too much. But for applications like this, I think it makes sense. Sorry? I thought you were lining up. Let's try again. So, production, constructor. Exactly. I can see it is not lining up perfectly. There we go. This looks a bit better. So, will you be okay now? Yes, you will be. And a gentle slope will be just fine. So, you will give us the reanimated Sam. Please have some power, and there we go. I will also include a splitter on this one, so if we overproduce the ore, but I don't think it will ever happen, but just in case. Yeah, sure. Oh, sorry, not this kind of splitter. We need a smart splitter. Do we have everything for those? I don't think so. Yes, we do. Okay. So smart splitter goes here and at the output of this one. So first we will of course need a storage container a bit further away so we have space for the actual splitter. And speaking of, smart splitter goes right here. Okay, you need to go away. Thank you. Then we need to merge these two outputs together. So you know what that means. We need a merger, preferably output facing this way. Yeah, there will be just fine. Once again, as fast about as possible. There, and this one will feed into an awesome sink. Okay, fine, do it this way. Okay, power please. Let's go for this pole this time. And let's set up the actual splitters. So yeah, this one is the main and this one is the overflow. Done. And the same for this guy. Main output and overflow output. Okay, so once this guy is completely full, any excess will go towards sinking. Okay, I think we are pretty much done here. Yes, we are. Okay, let's get on the actual main attraction of this episode. Well, since we picked up quite a bit of concrete, as I have said, if you are familiar with the game, you might already know what I am planning, especially since we have vehicles unlocked. And now that I have mentioned that, is going to be extremely obvious. We are going to go ahead and build a road. Well, a highway to be more exact. So, I think I will extend this platform a little bit more. Let me see how far we can get to this cloud of nastiness. There we go. We can get this close. So if we extend these guys, yeah, exactly until here. If we take one more step, yeah, you can see the colors change. I think we managed to space this one out rather well. Okay. Basically, I would like to have the unloading station for those materials right here. Let me see. If we start this one there, not quite, okay. There. Now, let's start building the actual road. Let me see. There we go. Okay, we will start here. This is going to be a 2-platform wide road, at least for now. Later on we might extend it to 3 platforms, but 2 will be just fine. What we will do is switch over to concrete. Well, can we unlock asphalt? Let's check. So for asphalt, welcome back, thank you. We will need 4 tickets. And yeah, we can afford it. Perfect. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Let's unlock asphalt. Customizer, asphalt, and we have 2 more points. Under foundations, I would like to have access to half foundations, but at the moment we cannot afford it, unfortunately, so that one will have to wait. So I will save up on my points for that one. Anyways,
all fixed vetted materials are tested for toxins, hallucinogens, and other biologically adverse effects. Pioneers are advised not to immerse themselves in these materials and not to lick, eat, breathe in, or otherwise consume them.
Good advice. All right. We have switched over to asphalt. You can do so right in this little corner here with this drop-down menu. It will require the same amount of materials as a concrete foundation, so I suppose that is great. As you can see, depending on the material, the resources will change. The metal ones require metal plates, concrete and asphalt requires concrete. So we will start the road right here. Basically, it's going to be, well, I have seen people make nice curved roads, but that is way too fiddly for my liking, so we will just go ahead and stick to building straight roads with 90-degree turns. So we will go ahead and do this kind of thing until we reach the actual manufacturing site. We will deal with these kinds of clippings once we are completely done. Okay, so I think we are encroaching on this hill, so we will make our first turn right here. And yes, right now these roads are floating, but at some point we will put in some support and that will make things look a bit nicer. Okay, so this factory is right there. I suppose, you know what? Let's make the turn right here. That's going to be fine. And we will stop. We will merge these together once we are done with the other side. I think right here can be done. Okay, basically the reason I don't want to take it all the way is because these is completely separate from the main platform. So while the direction of the grid is the same, the positions are misaligned. So yeah, we cannot rely on we basically cannot make sure that they are completely aligned. I will trim these back. We could turn these into asphalt. And you know what? I will trim these back. These will definitely have to go. Let me see. If we want to take the way out, I don't think we have enough space here. Maybe in between these guys. Let me see. So if you want to build a road, no, they will clip through. Okay, I think in this case, we will have the road go all the way around and come down here. And we can use this space as the site for the loading stations. Okay, so we need asphalt foundations. I will go out one tile there, and then we will start building the ramp going up. And don't forget, this is a 2-tile wide road. As I've said, we will deal with these kinds of clipping issues once everything is laid down. So, if you remember, we need to make sure that when we are placing down these ramps, they are no steeper than these 2-meter ones. The 4-meter ramp is way too steep for the trucks to really get a handle on. In fact, what I think we will do is have a small 1-meter ramp as a start. Then we will use the 2-meter ramps as the actual, well, ramp going up. I think maybe that high should be okay. Also, yeah, these are metal. Yeah, I will take care of that in a second. Let's bring in the actual road so I can see what we are dealing with in terms of heights. Yeah, let's just use metal foundations. That's going to be fine. Wait, that's asphalt. Okay, I think I have copied something I shouldn't have. Anyways, these will be removed in a second. Okay, so it looks like I managed to stumble onto the correct height. And as you can see, this is still on the same grid as the main platform, but this one is this platform, and as you can see, they are slightly misaligned. Basically, I could have brought in the road and built this platform based on this grid, but I didn't do so. So, let me see. Oh, okay. So anyways, the height appears to be okay, and I'm quite surprised about that because even the height should be misaligned as well. But this one actually looks rather alright. Alright, well, we can remove these guys. Until then, should be alright. You know what, no, let's just go all the way back. Okay, and now we will basically have this grid meet up with the other one. But first I want to sort out these ramps because they are metal and I want them to be asphalt. So we are going to switch these over to asphalt as well. To change the materials, we can go into the customize menu, the materials tab, and we can choose asphalt foundations, and we can draw over these guys. There we go. It is done. You know what, might as well put in the inverse foundations. I mean the inverse ramps. So foundations, inverted ramp. Let's go for the 2 meters ones right away. That's going to be fine. So basically we are looking for this one. So if I go this way, no, that will not do. Okay. The first two will have to be the 1 meter ramp. There. And there. And then from here on out we can use the 2 meter ramps. Yeah. I will use these for now and I will see what we are dealing with. So anyways, the ramp up to the actual highway is done. Let's bring this road all the way to the other one so we can join them together. Oh, right. To join them together, we will also need to unlock one more thing. Well, we will deal with that once we get to it. For now, let's just do this. And they are lined up surprisingly well, if I'm completely honest. I did not expect this. Yeah, let's just take it all the way. Oh, almost fell down. One more. No, we don't need to. We will need to trim these back. So let's just go until here for now, just so we know. Okay. So as I have said, we will definitely go home and unlock at least one more thing. To make this work, we will need to unlock the beams. So let me see. There we go. What did I try to unlock before? I don't remember. So anyways, as I was saying, to make this merger work, we will need to unlock the structural beams. And let me quickly take a look at whose video I have been learning this from. Okay, found it. It was from a channel called Reliant Gaming. Well, they did have quite a few views, so I suppose they should be a big name in the Satisfactory community. I will put the exact name into the little text on the top right. So, now that we have the attributions out of the way, let's see if we can get our hands on 2 more tickets. Yes, we can. Perfect. You come with me and we will unlock beams. What did I try to unlock before is nagging me? Not walls. I believe it was... Oh, right, the hull foundations. Yeah, as it turns out, it is not going to be necessary. So that is great. But beams will be necessary. Okay.
Fun fact: architecture was invented when people began building buildings. If it had been invented slightly beforehand, perhaps more old buildings would still be around. Humanity sometimes lacks vision.
Har, har, har. Okay, we will need to do these tree cuttings from the bottom up as it seems. Yeah, fine. We will do this once we are dealing with the supports. Because right now these roads are basically floating. Okay, so if you want to see a much better explained version of what I'm going to do here, just go ahead and watch the video that I will link, and you will see what we are doing here in more detail. So first things first. Okay, so as it turns out, we will need steel beams. All right. Let's go home once again. And okay, this time I will actually harvest these trees so they will stop sticking through. Alright, so we are on site. What we need to do is select these beams, and well, this is where flight mode would come in handy. I suppose we can do it from a lookout tower right in the middle, so things are a little bit easier. There should be okay. Okay, let's get on top. Okay, so once again, to do this, we need to have these beams and we need to set them to freeform mode. We will build one beam in between 2 of the corners, and well, technically we only need to do it on one side, so that's fine. Next, we need to find the position that is 4 meters away from the start. For that one, we will need to get into the default build mode and turn these guys around. So this is 0 meters, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Start building and come out 4 meters. This is important. And we need to do the same on the other side. Technically, maybe not, but you know what, that's fine. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come out 4 meters, and then we will place down foundations on the actual beams instead of attached to the actual road. So you will go ahead and attach to this one. And basically you can go all the way to the other side. We are not quite there yet. One more. So are they attached? Yes, they are. And as you can see, there is a small drop, but that's fine. Now we can get rid of the main beam, the lookout tower as well. We can get rid of these foundations so we can reclaim the beams. I believe it was this one. No, this one. Yes. Okay, this one will need to be the old grid, and this one needs to be the new grid. Okay, let's take a look at this from the air. By the way, yeah, everything's all right. So let's take a look at this from the air. The misalignment was very, very slight, but I don't know how much of it comes through the YouTube compression, but you know what? Maybe it's better. It can be more easily seen from down here. Well, maybe not, I don't know. The misalignment was so slight that it's hard to tell, but the important thing is that it's basically very hard to tell that this is basically two different grids. Now, there is still a slight drop right here. To get rid of this one, we simply need to have a simple 1 meter ramp. Align it like this. Let's make sure we are not standing on it. And put it on both sides. And done. Yeah, might as well do it from down here as well. For this one, we will of course need inverted ramps, facing this way. Yeah, it's a little bit more obvious once we are looking at on the side, I think. There is a slight, I don't know, thickening happening here. So anyways, we have managed to merge two different grids together, and the road is relatively smooth, I suppose. Okay, let's sort out the next step, which is going to be, well, 3 loading stations. But first, let's do a little bit of landscaping. Can I pick this one up? Okay. There we go. Okay, I don't like it, but it has to be done. Well, yeah, it has to be done, unfortunately. We will need to delete this bush. And this one as well. You guys can go back. So, as I've said, this will be the loading station. We will need 3 of them because I don't like mixing stuff, so we will have 1 for the plates, 1 for the rods, and 1 for the screws. And this amount of space is not going to be enough for this one, I think so. We will need to make this one a bit bigger. Okay, so we can have 1 station here for the screws, 1 station here for the rods, and 1 here for the plates. We will sort out the surface paints and things like that at some point. It's not going to be important right now. You know what? Might as well put in the walls. So we are going to have concrete walls for this one. At least I will sort out the inputs and output walls for these guys. So we will need 1 here, another one. Well, it could be on this wall. As for this one, well, technically we could trim this one back a little bit more. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, this wall will be here. Sorry. There. I don't know if... Well, the space here is a little bit tight, so I think we will have another one up here as well. And we will have these guys feed out this way. And we are out of materials. Okay, and I think at this point the main platform is completely out of these resources, so we really need to take care of this. You will come with us. Okay, so we will definitely need to have 3 truck loading stations, at least 3 trucks, and 3 more stations on the other end. Right now, these places, as you can see, are completely flat and boring. At some point, I plan on, there you are. I plan on having these concrete walls as barriers, maybe even in the middle too. I don't really like using railings for this, so I think these barriers will be fine. Also, I can see you. There we go. So yeah, we will not stop building this road right here. It will be made better at some point. And welcome home. So how are we on plates? Yeah, not great. We really need to start bringing in the resources. And I suspect, if I remember correctly, we need these plates to make the modular frames. Yeah. Okay. Let's sort out the truck stations. Well, technically, we could put in some resources here, so this place at least is kept busy. There. You know what? I will put in a couple power shards. Yeah, let's just turn every single blue one into power shards. That's going to be fine. The other, the yellow ones and the purple ones, I will reserve for the time when we actually have the production boosting tech, which shouldn't be too long from now. Anyways, you guys go in, boost production. Since we are feeding this from hand, it's going to be fine. I just want to have a bit faster access to these guys. Let me see. How many stuff do we have? Yeah, we can make some plates by hand as well. And then we need to make... Okay, let's sort out how many... what shall I call it? Stations we will need. Transport we will need at the start at least 4 for the screws and the plates. So we can sort out the reinforced plate production. And that is already 60 modular frames. That's a lot. And we will need at least 2 tractors, and that will increase it to 70 as well. Things are not looking great. And we have no rotors. Okay. Yeah, screws once again. Let's just keep everything going. All right. So yeah, I will start making things by hand, and once we have everything enough of, I will be back with you. All right, we have everything that we need. Before we go, I think I will trim these guys back because I think at this point they are just in the way. Let's make sure we have everything powered, and I think we do. If I... Wait, they are supplying the other side from here. Okay. I've been planning on using the highway road as the medium for our power delivery, but for now, yeah, we just need to use keep using the the power poles. Okay, you will need to hook into that one up there, but it is too long. Yeah, okay, there we go. So as I have said, we will need to make some room on this platform, and the power generators are a prime suspect as a possible thing to get rid of. All right, let me see. We just have some biofuel in here. That should be okay. We just need to put them in here. The important thing is that everything is still powered. So for example, this guy needs to be hooked up again. You can go ahead and use that one. Do I see any red lights? No, I don't think I can. And that is encouraging. Well, apart from those two, but we are not using them. Okay, next. Let's place down the unloading stations. As I have said, for now we will go with 2 because that is all we need to sort out the reinforced plate production. So truck station 1. Yeah, they can be right here, I suppose. Maybe a little bit back, so this one can still be the main road, so they will have to get into a parking position to get to their unloading station, so they are not blocking the way of the others. Then this, there we go. You know what, yeah, might as well paint these guys to be asphalt. Well, until here, I suppose. There. And now we need to... Oh, wait. Let's make sure these guys are actually... have power. There, I suppose. Yeah, we would definitely need to sort out our power production, power network, because it is a complete mess at the moment. So anyways, we have the 2 unloading station. Let's make sure they are actually set to unload. Unload, thank you. I will place down the trucks right now. So let's see, trucks or tractors. One will go here and the other one will go here. Okay, so for this one we will need plates and screws. We will leave the rods alone for now. Okay, so truck station, you will be, well, I think we need a bit more room. Maybe until here. Yeah, I think this will work. Okay, once again, truck station, you will be, I suppose, here. If I put you here. Yeah, that looks all right. Yeah, I think this will work. Don't forget the power. Yes, this will be a loading station, and now we just need to sort out the actual loading belt. So hopefully this will be enough. Let's use these first. So if we do, why are you trying to do that? That is highly inefficient. Okay, never mind. There, and you will feed into this input. And I can already see that this isn't going to be enough. Either way, we will need to have a stackable conveyor pole. Okay, it is just barely enough. Yeah, this will do just fine. Okay, screws are being loaded in. Next, let's take care of the other station. Wait. Okay, we have enough. For a second I was a little bit worried, but it's alright. I think I will try to line up the inputs. I think there. I want this one to be as short as possible so we have enough belts. There we go. Plates are being loaded in. Great. Well, I think at this point we are pretty much ready to start setting down the pathing for the trucks. Oh, right. Before I forget, you also need power. And you know what? At this point, we could actually buy that little factory cart, because we can drive around on these roads with it quite well. If you were trying to use that little thing on natural ground like grass and sand and dirt, they would not be so easy to control, but up here they should be fine. Let me just check if we can unlock one. Or not unlock, but buy one. So if we want to buy one of those guys, management, no. Organization, no. Specials, yes. 10 points. Oh, that's a lot. And we don't have enough. We have no points, if I remember correctly. Okay, we need to wait a little bit more. Well, either way, let's sort these guys out. And first, we can definitely fuel these with biofuel. So first we will need a splitter right in front of There. Okay, let me try to pick up at least a couple plates, and it is completely empty. Okay, screws go in. Are you kidding me? Okay, this one is active, so didn't I hook up the other power generators here? Yes, I actually did. So we are still supplying... Huh. Let me take a look at from up here. Oh, okay. This network is separate from this one, apparently. Okay, which one can we hook up? Yeah, this mess of wires need to be sorted out. Let me see. That's full. It's full. Okay. Can we upgrade to a Mark II? Yes, we can. Lovely. That means that we can have... Well, I will upgrade this one. And we have power here. Hook this one into this one. Okay. Now everything should be back to normal. By the way, yeah, we have some plant material to drop off. So, let me see. We don't have wood. Yes, we do. Okay, wood. And leaves. So, as I was saying, I would like to have some plates if we can, please. Because I think it would be best if we use tier 2 belt for this one. And we are already out. Okay, just give me a second, please. Okay, so these guys will be fueled with biofuel. Just FYI. Also, why don't I see biofuel happening here? It is going into the truck station fuel input. So we should have... Oh, right, it's being piled into the actual truck. Yep. Okay. Before we go, let's sort out these routes. So as usual, I will have these guys have a rolling start. Right here. Okay. Cue, start recording, and let's go. Okay. I suppose we need to do this once again. This is why having barriers would be a kind of a good thing. Alright, this guy is done. Might as well get it started. So enable autopilot and we are off. By the way, yeah, it is completely empty. Let's make sure it actually does what we need it to do. So you will load, yes, iron plates and take it to the main base. Well, since we need to go to the main base anyways, we might as well ride it. Lovely. So this place has iron plates at this point. Exactly. Let's take care of the screws next. Don't worry, if these guys get into a collision, then basically they will sort themselves out. If they are completely stuck, they will teleport to a stable position and they will resume operation as normal. So even if they get into trouble, it's not big trouble. And recording completed. You, my friend, can get to work. So you should unload. Okay. Also, why did you unload biofuel? So either way, I think at this point these guys should be fine. In the next episode, we will sort out the manufacturing for at least for the reinforced plates, and then we will do the rest basically. So yeah, I think we really need to stop here because we are over time. So all that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you liked the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an ad-free and early access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.